Hi, I'm Dr. Siddharth Unithan. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'll speak about Bhuveneshwar Kumar and his injury. So let's get to it. Now that the IPL has started, there has been a lot of injuries. Bhuveneshwar Kumar has been the latest victim, and during the 19th over against CSK, that is the Chennai Super Kings, while he was bowling, he immediately stopped bowling and he had an injury on his, he showed to have an injury on his leg, and he hobbled out and he was removed by the physio. So he did an MRI scan and it was found to be a quadriceps injury. So what is quadriceps? Quadriceps is basically consists of four major muscles of the thigh, that is the rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medialis and vastus intermedius. Now the muscle origins basically from around the hip. Each muscle origins different areas, and all of them come and join together at the quadriceps tendon and inserts into the patella. So let's get into divide it into three parts basically. So how is the injury formed? How do you diagnose it, and what is the treatment for it? So how is it formed is basically if you have a sudden deceleration, that is you are suddenly running full speed and you suddenly try to stop, that's a sudden deceleration, and that is when you get injured. Or a violent contraction, that is suddenly you are planning to suddenly jump out of nowhere, the muscle is not able to take up the load and it causes a tear. And there are different types of tears. So basically you can grade this injury, the quadriceps muscle injury, into three basic grades. So you have the grade 1, grade 2 and grade 3. So grade 1 is basically a minor injury where there is small strain basically, so the muscle fibers gets slightly torn. In grade 2 it's more of a moderate injury, so where up to 50% of the muscle gets injured, while in grade 3 it's a severe injury where almost a near complete or a complete tear occurs. So in Bhuveneshwar Kumar's case, it's almost a grade 2 or to a grade 3 tear. So almost 50 to 75% may be injured, the muscle has been injured. Now coming to the diagnosis, how do we diagnose it? So usual diagnosis by either by an ultrasound or by an MRI is the confirmatory diagnosis. So you to find out exactly what is the cause, an MRI is required. Clinical examination do help with examining by palpating. You definitely can find out if there is any injury, but the confirmatory diagnosis is by an MRI. Now coming to how do you treat it? Treatment is mainly rehabilitation. Surgical treatment is done very rarely. It is usually done when there is a complete tear and the muscle is retracted. On that times we usually do surgery, but in most of the cases it's usual rehabilitation. So what is done is that we strengthen surrounding muscles and we strengthen the muscle, the injured muscle is strengthened slowly, and together we bring him back into sport specific based exercises. Usually this takes around, depending upon the grade, it takes around 6 to 8 weeks. That is for a grade 2 injury, while for a grade 3 injury it might take longer, and if it's a surgery it will take even more longer because you have to do rehab and treatment after that. So Bhuveneshwar Kumar unfortunately has had a quadriceps injury and he has been having multiple injuries. So he does need to look into his biomechanics, he does need to look at his kinesiology, that is his movement, what is wrong with his muscles. So basically he is getting quite a lot of injuries. He had a hamstring injury, now he is having a quadriceps injury. So unless a proper formulation is created, he will get injured again. So hopefully he comes back much more stronger, and unfortunately he won't be able to take part in the Australian series, but I'm sure that he can come back because we have got a very good team behind him. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.